Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're going to be recreating this really pretty, gorgeous, incredible, cool girl makeup look. I don't know how it's called, but I know it's really pretty. And if you want to know how to recreate something like this with minimum products, hopefully minimum products, stay tuned and let's get started. We're going to use only cool tone colors. The one that I'm using today is a contour from Art-visage. It's Eclipse Sculptor. And I would use a fluffy brush and get this on, tap this off, apply on the sides of my face. I don't really want to create something sharp or crazy. It's just a little bit of contour because I know that on top I'm going to go with a lot of blush, a lot of highlighter, and it's just to create this really nice structure for the side of my face. And I want to do a little bit of the same contour over my nose bridge, and I really try to keep it super close to the nose bridge. It's just not going too wide on the sides, not doing this too narrow. It's just going a little bit here and a little bit of that. And move into my blush. Well, you can actually use some dry blush, or you can skip on dry blush and use only cream formula. Vice versa, you can use dry, skip dry, vice versa. I don't know, I just like confuse myself. As always, I confuse myself. We're gonna get a little bit of my blush from BH eyeshadow palette, which was crazy old, and we're gonna do a lot. I mean, like when I say a lot of blush, I mean a lot of blush. And do not worry, because we're gonna still use a fixing spray on top and then dab with a beauty blender. So we're gonna take the majority of this blush off, and that is the main reason why I add an extreme amount of blush. So let me do the same thing again for my left side. Every single time when it's frosty and it's really cold, if I don't really wear any makeup or if I run a little bit, I'm gonna get so much blush. I remember once, I don't remember if I told you the story, but once I was 12 years old and we were playing with my classmates. And it was outdoors, it was winter and really, really cold outside. And some of us took a photo of us. Some of us took a photo. And I remember my cheeks were so red that it was crazy, like every single time, like super blushed. And my friend, she came home, she never had any of this problem, and she was always struggling with getting any color in her cheeks. And then she came home and showed the photo to her dad, and he was like, oh, this girl, she overloaded with blush. And she's like, Dad, that's her natural blush. And then she told me, I guess the next day, and I was like, yeah, that is actually my problem. But okay, let's move on. We have some blush on, and I want to add a little bit more over the nose bridge. I mean, just like frosty kissed. And you can actually add a little bit over the forehead. Nothing crazy, it's just the tiniest bit. My next step is going to be e.l.f. Contour Palette. And I really love this highlighter because it's the shittest highlighter you can get. That's why I really like it. But the other reason is it's given the slightest glow. It's not even working as a highlighter. It's more like a pearlescent sheen powder. And I'm going to get this over the entire complexion because it's not as pigmented as highlighter, but it's actually giving this frosty feeling, which I really like about any type of winter looks. I'm going to add on top of it all a little bit more of my MUA Makeup Academy highlighter because this one is gold. It's actually silver and blue, but it's actually gold. Okay, we're going to add a little bit here, a little bit there. Wet n Wild primer over my lids. I always do primer. And guys, if I don't show this in some of my shorts, that is something that I do actually, but I don't want to waste my time and show you every single video that I use primer, but I actually do use primer. Or at least some really full coverage concealer. With this makeup look, it's kind of crucial to use white eyeshadows, but I think that we can use some frosty colors as well. This one is Sephora, and I did similar look not so long ago, and I'm gonna get a little bit of this baby blue and with a mix of white. I think it's gonna look really, really pretty. I'm gonna chop this off, cover my under eye area with a piece of paper, and let's go over my lid. I feel like this is almost translucent color, but I love the pigment that is added to this eyeshadows. These eyeshadows are super old, so if you're looking for this type of eyeshadows, I'm not really sure if they're in stock, but these are from Sephora, so probably Sephora have something similar. Now I'm gonna go with a little bit different color. This one is again MUA Makeup Academy highlighter, and go over my lid with the same color, and I'm going up to the brow bone. Over my waterline, we're gonna go with white eye pencil. I feel like white eye pencil is probably the best, and I actually use it quite a lot on my channel and in my makeup looks because you know, it looks good. It looks really good with my face shape and in general, because people are like, oh my god, do you remember like 2000 something and where people used white eye pencil? I'm like, 2025, I'm still using white eye pencil over my waterline. That is the main reason why I'm not relatable at this point, probably. I'm gonna go with my Essence pigment, but if you don't really have it, skip this step. But if you do not skip this step. It's really pretty. I really love pigment, and I'm gonna use my finger. I mean, like, you can tell. I'm gonna bring this a little bit further like that. And in the inner corner, I really want to work with more color. And that is the main reason why I think that we can go with a little bit different shade. It's totally optional, but in the inner corner, I want to add some kind of white shimmer. And I need a tiny brush. Ooh, let's work this baby. And then I want to go with the same color that I used for the entire lid. It's like baby blue on top, a little bit of highlighter. Like we're definitely brightening up the inner corner moment. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of pigment as well. Yeah. That's crazy pigment. That is really, really pretty. And finally, I'm going to do a little bit more of the same baby blue and maybe mix in a little bit of this blue color. Maybe not a little bit because it's just not showing any pigment. And let's go over my lower lid. Let's use my black eyeliner. I just need a little bit. We want to define my lash line because I know that I'm going to mess up with my mascara. And let's just tone this down real quick with the same blue color. I want to make sure that everything is well blended and incorporated and doesn't look crazy. Okay guys, so I'm almost done with the makeup look. I'm going to use today Catrice Shake Fix Glow Spray. I would highly recommend to watch a review on the spray. I'm using this because I don't really have a lot of other products except for like Fix and Spray from Essence, which I really like. And this one I'm using because I just have it, not because it's the best one product ever. And I'm not going to throw it away because, you know, I don't really have money to burn. The reason why I started doing my Fix and Spray when I'm done with my eye makeup look is, I'm sorry guys, I'm talking to you with my closed, sorry, closed eyes because I just want this to dry out completely. And now we're going with my beauty blender. Why am I doing this? Because all of those powders, even my eyeshadows, which were kind of powdery, let me dip them slightly, I kind of lock them in place. And sometimes I actually have this issue when I wear my makeup look and my eyeshadows, they start to fall out throughout the day, and it doesn't really matter what quality eyeshadows I actually use. It's just I do get some fallouts, and that is the main reason why I started like, okay, so I should probably do a little bit of fixing on top of it. So I'm gonna lock all the powders in place, and I feel like I would probably add a little bit more pigment. It's just the only thing that I'm missing, and I feel like I really want to add. So when I'm done with all the blending and with my beauty blender, my favorite thing of all time is to get a little bit of cream contour palette. This is color yellow, and I'm using like really bright pink shade lipstick. You can use your favorite cream blush if you don't have it, but you have some, you know, corrector palette that has this weird yellow shade and you have no idea what to do with that. You can always use it for your blush. Just mix and match, and it's going to look really, really pretty. And I do this all the time. And let's go over my blush. This way my blush is going to look a little bit more kind of frosty and baby pink color. Is going to tone down the blush underneath. And in my opinion, it's a little bit more kind of like cool girl makeup than this one. It's just the difference, if you can see the difference. Now, let me add a little bit more of the same highlighter that I used just on top. This way, I feel like it's a little bit more incorporated into the blush. Let me do real quick with you guys some lip option, and off camera, I'm just going to coat lashes with mascara. I'm going to be using today L'Oreal mascara. The first color I'm applying is going to be from Makeup Forever C105. I need a cool tone brown. And we're going to top everything with my favorite product, which almost out of, it's Rimmel London Frosted Lipstick. The color is pink. Okay, guys, and this is the final look of my cool girl makeup. Is it a cool girl makeup, or it's like winter makeup, or it's just like in general super pretty, like extremely pretty makeup look? I'm obsessed. I just love sparkle. I love cool tones. I love blush. I love cool tone blush and the slick hair. Everything looks really, really well. Let me know your thoughts. Will you recreate this? Is it just given the vibes of winter, or you can do this during summer? I mean, like, but I always come up with this type of makeup during some winter, like snowy time. Love you all so much, and I'm gonna see you next time, guys. Love you all. Bye bye.